Well, I said I'd be back in January of 2021 with some new content, and it's still January, technically, and this is content, technically. So, I'm not a liar, and I am good at my job. Fuck you. So in case you missed every other video and where I have talked about this, and you don't follow me on Twitter, and you haven't seen the multiple times I've mentioned it, I took the year of 2020 off from making content. This had more to do with my transition and working on myself and focusing on more important things in my life. But man, did I pick a really good year to just not have to worry about extra bullshit in my life. So yeah, took 2020 off. It is now a new year, a new me, and I am ready to come back with some content. And if you're curious, what content is it? Dragon Ball? Is it Dragon Ball? Are you gonna make Dragon Ball content again? Calm down. I'm not gonna say Dragon Ball content is 100% off the table. I do plan on bringing the Dragon Cast back in the near future. So, that's going to be a thing. Still need to work out the kinks, actually talk to Gabby about it, but, I do plan on bringing it back at some point. It has been mentioned before. As far as, other Dragon Ball content, I'm not opposed to it, but right now I just don't have anything to say, and until I have something to say, I'm just not gonna worry about it. So, I have other content planned. If you haven't seen any of the other videos where I've talked about this content, or if you don't follow me on Twitter and you haven't seen the multiple posts that I've made about the content I plan on producing, that's what this video is for, is to run you through my content roadmap of things that I am going to be working on this year. The main thing I'm going to be doing is a set of weekly content. That is right, every single week there's going to be a new, edited, official Lady Zeon video. Yes, that is the rebranding, officially, Lady Zeon. And it's not because I'm Zeon and I'm a lady now, but lady as in a lord, something regal, that kind of lady. It's like a title. Anyhow, every single week I'm going to be dropping, hopefully in case I don't, screw this up, I'm going to be dropping a new video. And it's going to be consistent series for the most part. The first one is Millennial Puzzled, which is going to be where I go through the entire Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime franchise. And I mean all of it. Season 0? Yeah. All of the sequel shows all the way up through 7s and whatever the hell comes after 7s? Yeah. Capsule Monsters? Yeah. The movies? Yeah. I'm doing all of it. Is it going to be subbed or dubbed? I'm doing subbed. I'm doing subbed for a few different reasons. One, the 4Kids dub obviously changes a lot of stuff, so I'm going to be looking towards the sub primarily for everything. So I'm going to be using the Japanese names that I know for some people that might be a little confusing if you only ever watched the dub of Yu-Gi-Oh! So whatever's in the subtitles, I'm going to be using all the character names in Japanese. The card names, I know the official subtitles use the English card names, so I'm just going to stick with those because it's like learning Pokemon in Japanese. I'm not going to learn a whole new set of bullshit names. I'm just I'll learn the characters for the show that I am watching because that's what the subtitles are going to give me. And all the card names, I'm just going to go with the recognizable card names that I am familiar with. As well as, because those are going to be in the official subtitles. But yeah, so obviously the 4Kids dub, really not faithful. Also, it skips parts. The last arc of GX was never dubbed. The last arc of 5Ds was never dubbed. So, there's stuff that's just not there. Also, obviously, Season 0 has not been dubbed. So there's a lot of stuff that, like, like if I want to get the full experience, I gotta watch in Japanese. I might check out the dub. I have like a couple of ideas in terms of like kind of incorporating dub and like kind of referencing the dub here and there. But my primary like review material is going to be the sub. The only exception to this is going to be Capsule Monsters, because Capsule Monsters has never gotten a Japanese release. It was produced for kids to be an American release. Apparently somewhere out there a Japanese version does exist, but it has never gotten any kind of official release. So unless it gets an official release between like now and when I actually have to review Capsule Monsters, and God, I'm not even sure where to shuffle in Capsule Monsters. So I put it like chronologically, like after the Kaiba Court Grand Prix, or do I start watching it like when it would have released, which would have been like in the middle of fucking GX? I don't know. I do not know. I'll figure that out. I will cross that bridge when I get to it. So yeah, that's Millennial Puzzle though. It's going to be, like I said, reviewing all of Yu-Gi-Oh! The goal, I'm going to do at least 3 episodes at a time. At least. I say at least because sometimes, like I'll get stuck in the middle of like a 2-parter, a 3-parter, fucking 5-parter for all I know. And I'll extend them for those. The finales, which I think are usually like 6-part duels, I will extend for those. Like, I will just do that all as one video, because I don't really want to break those up. I'm going to try and find clean dividing points. If I'm like reaching the end of an arc, I will make sure the video is kind of cut off at the arc. So that way like the next video will be a clean start for the next arc. So yeah, that's where I'm going with that. The next video series I have planned is Codename Sailor Versus, and that is a very different series. It's not just a basic review series. It is like a review / comparison of Sailor Moon, because I am a huge fan of Sailor Moon. You can't see this because I'm currently recording on it, but my cell phone case is like Sailor Moon themed. I really love it. Do I have a Sailor Moon poster? I do not have a Sailor Moon. I have plenty of other Sailor Moon. I love Sailor Moon. It is like one of those like keystone anime pieces of my life, but it's also one I never got to finish. I never got to watch the last arc because for the longest time it never came out in the States. I never finished watching Crystal because I thought Crystal was kind of a bad adaptation. I just lost interest. I tried reading the manga, but the original Kodansha translation was just really clunky, hard to read. I'm dyslexic. I couldn't do it. So I have literally started like the 3, like the manga and its 2 anime adaptations, and I've never finished any of them. For as much as I say I love Sailor Moon, I've literally never finished any of them. So this series kind of exists as an excuse for me to finally sit down and go through all 3. And in kind of like a fun way where I'm going to read the manga, watch its adaptation in Crystal, like per chapter, like so read the first chapter of the manga and watch the first episode of Crystal. And then I'm going to, in Sailor Moon original, like the original anime, I'm going to take the episode that is the closest companion piece to the manga chapters and also compare them to Crystal and the manga, and kind of just compare them all, and pick out which one I think is the best of the 3. So yeah, that's your basic premise for the series. If you've ever seen Mr. Fusion's Mighty Morphin Zyuranger, it's kind of similar to that. Let me just say, I am not doing this because of that series. I had this planned before he made that series, and This is actually kind of like a retooling of some old Sailor Moon Crystal reviews I did in the long ago. So I am not ripping him off. I'm just saying that right now, getting that out there. As far as format I'm going to be watching it in, I want to be watching it dubbed. The Viz dub is very, very faithful. I feel comfortable being able to watch that, so I'm going to just stick with that. I'll have subtitles on in case, it differs a bit. Also, like, I've also watched, like, the first 4 arcs all in Japanese, and I've watched all the movies in Japanese, so, like, getting to experience this new dub and give that, like, a really good fair shake. But yeah, so doing it this way means I am going to be skipping over a lot of the classic anime, because the classic anime adds a lot of filler and it deviates in a lot of ways. So I'm going to be doing a series, kind of a companion piece to it, called Codename Sailor Spotlights, where I'm going to, instead of doing like these kind of versus episodes, I'm going to take, like, whenever the classic anime has like a really good run of episodes or like a filler arc that I think is really worth noting, I'm going to talk about that and give it its own video. Like the Rainbow Crystal arc, the Nephrite and Naru storyline, those are all going to get their own little videos. Maybe if there's just like a couple of really, really good filler episodes where I'm like, yo, I need to talk about this, I'll give it its own special episode. Honestly, at some point I have a weird feeling that the Spotlight episodes are going to outnumber the Versus episodes, but I can't help that. Next up is ZZ's Mundane Adventures, where I am going to be watching JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Duh. And so I'm not really dedicated to watching all of JoJo's right now. This is me trying to get into and like JoJo's, because for those who are wondering, like, hey, didn't you, watch, like, didn't you already do, like, a review thing with Aggro where you guys were watching? Yeah, okay, look, that's non-canon. That was pre-Crisis. This is a whole new continuity that still carries over things from the old continuity. So yeah, no, it is a crisis. It is my gender crisis, and I am starting fresh. But yeah, so I'm doing this new review series for JoJo's. I tried to do it before, and I just kind of petered out and lost interest. So I'm gonna give it another go around. This time it's gonna be in Japanese because you people demanded it. Everyone got all twisted when I did it dubbed. So this time around, I'm going to be doing it subbed. But unlike, say, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Series, where I am fully locked in and dedicated to ride that train to the very end, not so much with JoJo's. Because, like I said, JoJo's Part 1 really didn't do it for me. So I'm going to do the first 3 parts. Because everyone keeps saying, oh, you have to wait till you get to Part 2. But other people say, oh, you gotta wait till you get to Part 3. And there's like a few people who are like, nah, man, Part 4 is where... 3. First 3 parts. If by the end of Part 3, I'm not locked into JoJo's, I'll drop it, and I'm going to start a new series. I'm going to start a whole new review series. Trust me, I have plenty of ideas. I got a Gundam series kicking around that I want to do. I got, like, Lupin stuff I would like to be doing. So there's plenty of stuff that I could be doing instead of JoJo's. But, like, I have had an interest in JoJo's. I feel like if I get far enough, if I just get past that hurdle that is Part 1, I will like it a lot more. These are going to be probably 3 episodes at a time, unlike Millennial Puzzled, where I was just like, yeah, no, like 3 episodes minimum, but, I'll extend it for, like, longer storylines. This, I have no clue what the hell JoJo's is going to do. I have a weird feeling I'm going to end up breaking off in, like, the middle of, like, parts and stuff. Like, I'll try to, like, keep each part into segmented videos, but, like, so like maybe if like, oh, like part 2 ends and I still have like 1 episode left, well then I'll just do that extra episode to even it all out. But yeah, 3 episodes is what I'm focusing on for that. If you can't tell, this is kind of like one of the lower tier priority videos for me. But like, JoJo's is something I really want to try and give a fair shake to, because like I said, I think like if I get far enough, JoJo's is something that I could really see myself liking. So yeah, like each of those videos is going to drop like 1 a week. And then like in the new month, it repeats. That's only 3 videos though. What about the 4th week? What are you going to do then? So the 4th week is going to be a random video. Maybe it'll be like a full review of a series that I've been watching that I thought was worth noting. Maybe it will be just something simple and small, or like I watched a movie and wanted to talk about it. Maybe I just want to do like a weird little personal vlog. I have no fucking clue. It could be like some sort of trans topic. It could be anything. It'll probably be something goofy, freaking anime, superhero, media related thing. The type of stuff that you want from me. But like, I have no clue on a week-to-week basis or a month-to-month basis. And all of these videos will be dropping every single Sunday. If I end up on a week where there's 5 Sundays, what am I gonna do on that Nothing on that 5th Sunday. Your girl needs some time off. I'm gonna, like, that is my dedicated vacation Sunday. Screw you. So yeah. That covers all of the content. But I feel like there's at least one elephant in the room that I need to address. And that is the GoFundMe. For those who may not remember or may not know about this at all, because it's been that long ago now, a few years back, my PC shit itself. Thanks, buddy. Actually, it's a completely new PC. I don't even know why the hell I pointed out my PC just now. It's like, this is, anyhow, I did a GoFundMe to like get it repaired and get a new PC, because my old PC was really old and wasn't up to the task anymore. And I had a lot of rewards that needed to be made for that. The big ones were giving people credits in scripted videos, giving like people vlogs, like producing vlogs for people, and doing scripted content depending on how much that they had given. So I produced some of the vlogs. In fact, the JoJo series is a good example of one of the vlogs. It was supposed to be like a video that they paid for, but I decided to make it into a series, and obviously I'm continuing to still do it as a series. So there's that. Yeah, I have a lot of unfinished work there. Kind of like the year that I was going to start making a lot of content, my life was really shaky and rocky. I was in the middle of having my big old gender crisis that year. Or maybe like it was the year following even. And then last year, I was focusing on my transition. Also, it was 2020 and everything was miserable. And it was hard enough not to just kill myself. So, new year, new me. And I have a lot of stuff I still need to work on. And I have not forgotten any of that stuff. So, what I am going to do is continue where I left off. As far as the credits in videos, instead of doing like, oh, you get to be in every scripted video that I do, like, because the idea was I was going to do a scripted video a month, back when I had the ability to be more productive back then, and I was going to do a scripted video a month, and people were going to get to be in the credits of those videos. Well, all the content I've talked about so far is unscripted content. It's going to be edited, it's going to look nice, it's going to have some background music, going to be more cogent than this mess and this mess. But it is not like, scripted content. It's all vlogs-ish. you know, I feel like calling them vlogs is really underselling them. But, so yeah. I do have scripted content planned, but they are big, elaborate videos. One of them is a GoFundMe video. The other one is not. And I still have other scripted GoFundMe videos that I owe people. I have a whole list. Don't worry. You will eventually at one point get your goddamn video. And I do apologize for the horrible, horrible wait. Like I said, I haven't forgotten. And I am sorry that people have had to wait this long. As for crediting people, like I said, the idea was to credit them in the scripted videos, but scripted videos really aren't going to be as frequent as a thing. So instead what I'm going to do is, for 6 months of this year, every video I put out after this point will have a credit sequence for all of those people. If you gave to the GoFundMe, like the tier that got credited, you will have a credit in all those future videos for the next 6 months. And also, any scripted video that I do that was a GoFundMe video, that you will end up in the credits for as well. Like those people, all those people will get credited in those videos as well, because that's all one thing to me. So yeah, as for like the vlogs and stuff that I owe people, all the unscripted content, a lot of these fourth videos of the month are going to be those. They are going to be that specifically where I just do like just paying my dues and getting that content out there. Honestly, at this point, I feel like a lot of people have dropped off. Like, I feel like half the people who put towards that GoFundMe have already dropped off, lost interest, or maybe they're like, she's not talking about Dragon Ball. Also, she's a she now. But you know what? It doesn't matter to me. Like, literally, like, unless someone just straight up emails me to tell me, hey, I am so-and-so, I put towards this, I don't want that content anymore. Hey, fair enough. Like, I won't make it. But unless I get that kind of confirmation, I'm still going to follow through with every single one of those reward things that I had promised. Boy, that was a fun note to end this video on. Anyhow, like, thank you everyone who has been supporting me, who has been patiently waiting for new content. Hopefully I do not disappoint, and I am going to deliver for you guys in the near future. Till next time, Zeon out.